guys, welcome back. Today we are working on the Honda Element SC, and as you see the lights are set up. Today we are going to show you how to all-wheel drive your Honda Element if it wasn't all-wheel drive to begin with. So first thing we're going to do is the transmission's already been put in spot. K-frames are the same, all that jazz, so we just changed the training to a 5-speed. This car started life as an automatic. If you want to see that, check out the other videos. So now we're going to tackle the rear end, we're going to tackle the axles, we're going to tackle the drive shaft, and we're going to show you what you need to do. So Jeff has the rear diff mount in his hand and the bracket for the diff. He's just cleaning up some bolts. That's going to bolt on the subframe. Literally, there's 2 holes here and 1 hole here, and that's exactly where it goes. So for the most part, a lot of this stuff
is designed already with it.
Yeah, Honda didn't make new stuff just because it was front-wheel drive. So our first plan of attack is we're going to get the rear diff up in spot, so that way we can put the rear axles on, and when we do the rear axles, we're going to put it on teen coilovers, just because I had another Honda Element that the teen coilovers were on, and then I found the SC. If you've been following the whole blob, you know the story. You know why we're where we're at. So we've already been putting some roast off, which is like some WD-40, just a Worth brand, in the upper control arms, because they're going to have to come undone. The strut's going to have to come undone so the spindle can do this, and then the axle can slide in after it goes into the diff. So the very first thing is the diff.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till.
Alright, so it was kind of hard to show you the diff, but we got the diff sitting in spot. We just got the 2 bolts. Obviously that's crusty. We're going to have to get a better shape one. Or I might just clean it up and powder coated it. But we're going to get those 2 bolts tight in there, and then the 2 bolts for the diff, and then we can start putting the axle in. Don't forget about your vent tube there. We can't put it in until those are tight. So okay, so we are on the passenger side. We're going to disassemble the caliper and caliper bracket so that can be removed. That way it gives us more room to tilt the spindle down to get the axle in spot.
Pressing the flex line.
We're going to take the upper control arm completely off, those 2 bolts there, because we have adjustables for our coilovers.
Or that's what
They snapped, yeah.
I didn't bring the pliers over.
Grab a pair. Good thing is we do have Honda brake lines or e-brake cables because, well, I buy things ahead of time for some odd reason. I had another one that needed them, so.
You just have one and then another, and then this one's better, and yeah.
Then we install coils on 3 cars.
Yes, this is,
So make sure when you're doing it, there's your ABS bracket line, the hard plastics. We're going to take those off, and then we'll take that bolt out there that's been sitting for the day in fluid film, and then that back one. Look at the spider webs.
I know, they're full of it.
Who knows how long this car's been sitting?
Well, that's it.
Yeah, I think I only bought it because I seen it sitting with winter tires in the middle of summer.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
God. Now, backing plates are $200 some odd Canadian aside. So when I bought mine for $100 on eBay,
Yeah.
there was a reason. Yeah. Honestly, guys, if it all comes apart the way it should, minus the strut being super hard because it's rusty, so we don't have like a good leverage on it. But the other stuff, like the upper control arm that comes off to get the axle in, all that's easy. It's like, I'd say like a 3 out of 5, 3 out of 10. Yeah. Like, it's not hard to do this. Everything's there, except for one thing that we haven't showed you yet, which we'll show you later on. And even that, as long as you can weld a little bit or get somebody to weld it for you, it's super easy as well. But you could nut insert it if you really wanted to.
Some guys do.
Yeah, I'm not going to nut insert it because I got a welder and, well, I can weld, so.
Okay.
It's coming. We've got all the gunk on this side.
Like, how cool is that to be a factory piece?
Now we can put them in the front struts. We can put them in the front spindles, pin the diff,
I don't know if the axle spines are the same, are they?
and make it rear wheel drive only.
Yeah, because if you pin the diff, you don't even need a viscous coupler then.
No.
not if it's rear wheel drive. Why haven't we done this yet?
Because we don't have any ones that are in decent enough shape to do this stupid stuff to.
We have the one with the slipping transmission.
That's a $6,000 car fix. How about you use the one that's not slipping? Hey,
That's no fun.
axle's behind you. So this might be a little harder to show because it's going to take two of us. So we're going to put it in the diff side first. Right there.
We're going to put it in the...
Diff side. Or no, we're going to put it in the...
We tried doing the...
No, we're going to put it in the spindle first because the knuckle or the shaft is longer. So we're going to put it on this side first. I'm going to pull this down with a breaker bar here, and then he can slide it in the diff side because the diff side is shorter. He's just putting some anti-seize on the spindle side. And we're going to get that up. And then it's pretty well put this coilover back on because we took the strut off for the coilover. And then the upper controller.
It's honestly not terrible to do.
Couple hours, and we've only been messing around. All right, I'm going to have to help him. So you will see we do have our new upper in. We have our axle going in, and we have our keying coilovers. In another video, we're going to do brakes, backing plates, and new e-brake cables. But that is that for the all-wheel drive. Next is going to be the drive shaft part of it.